Hello friends, now I am going to discuss about subsistence farming. In India, our farmers sometimes suffering weaker economic condition and their poverty is basic problem. They are unable to purchase costly seeds, costly fertilizers, and they are unable to afford pesticides in their small farms. So they are just doing production of crops through which they can satisfy the basic needs of the family, and this kind of the farming to only fulfill the basic needs of the family is called subsistence farming. So in India, in the field of the agriculture, remember that agriculture is also considered as life maintaining activity only. So this is a part of our life. Means agriculture is just considered as part of our life. Right, my friends? So this was the first type of farming. The second one is dry farming. Now you understand one thing, that the dry farming is basically dependent on insufficient proportion of rain and absorb water in the some part of the land. So wherever the inadequate rainfall, insufficient irrigation facility, and the land is not appropriate for more crops in a year, in such area where the crop is dependent or the farming is dependent only on rain, such kind of crop or the farming is called dry farming. In India, some regions are where the humidity accumulated within the land, such water is used for some crops production. Remember, I repeat my line, the last line I said, the humidity accumulated in the land, such kind of the land is useful where the insufficient rain is there. Such kind of the land is useful in dry farming. So here the crop which need less water like jowar, millet and pulses are grown up. In India, the region of Gujarat is producing wheat and gram in humid soil after the monsoon is over. Means remember, every state have different conditions. Don't consider that dry farming is at everywhere. Which region's land is always wetland, in that region dry farming is not possible. But in Gujarat, always the rainfall is less. So in that situation, we can understand the importance of the dry farming. Right, my friends? Now I am discussing wet farming. So remember, wherever the heavy rain is experienced, adequate water facility is by irrigation is possible. In such region, wet farming is possible. And if there is no rainfall in that area, or maybe insufficient rainfall, but the accumulated water is useful for producing more than one crop during the region. So this kind of the season is useful for producing more crop. So this kind of the farming is called wet farming. Sugarcane, paddy, cotton, wheat and vegetables are grown up in wet farming. Right, my friends? So this is the way in which we can understand the use of water in wet farming. Here it is possible that more than one crop during the year is happen, and people are producing more crop within a year. Okay, now I am explaining shifting cultivation or zoom cultivation or shifting agriculture. The word explain its detail. Listen again. Shifting means at one place, then to shift at another place. This is the self-explained definition. Okay, let's continue. Wherever the forests are burnt or cleared, and at the same place afterwards farming is carried out, such kind of farming is once done in the place will continue for 2 to 3 years. Thereafter, when the soil will become less in the fertility, then the person will move to another place and will use the same method to grown up crop. This kind of the cultivation is called zoom cultivation or shifting agriculture. Remember, in such agriculture, usually cereals will be grown up, vegetables will be grown up, and the production which use less water, and at easy efforts the land could become cultivable, and in such land such kind of the crop could be grown up. That kind of the farming is called shifting agriculture. Right, my friends?